you nasty ass nigga. And you know what you do after that, bitch? You eat that motherfucker, you fat ass nigga. You nasty neck ass nigga.
Run that back.
Fucking your bitch and I'm fucking her bed.
Because that joke is horrible, nigga. Open your mouth. When you speak to me, speak with your chin up like it's picture day. Bitch ass boy, and I fuck your mom long dick style. Stop playing with me, faggot ass boy. Now I'm gonna cut the shit out of your faggot ass. Fuck is you talking about?
Hey kids, it's Genuine, and I love slavery as much as the next guy, but you know what I love more? The joys of getting all of your best friends together and invading Latin American countries under the glorious banner of Manifest Destiny, legalizing slavery in those aforementioned countries to exploit their resources and form a great empire of the Golden Circle. You want to know why it's called the Golden Circle? Take a look at this. Something that you would think only a Paradox map game player could come up with, but there were people at the time who wanted to make this hypothetical empire into a real thing, and they were called the Knights of the Golden Circle. And very much like Paradox players, myself not included by the way, they went through their LARPing phase and were racist, but ultimately they didn't achieve any of their goals in life, and then they died. However, in this age, there was one truly all-American patriot who towered over the rest. A man of true ambition. I introduce to you, William Walker. This is a guy who graduated from the University of Nashville at 14 years old in the top 5% of his class, received a medical degree at 19, fought 3 duels, got shot in the thigh, then worked as an editor in a newspaper, at which point, I assume, he read some article written by a slave owner fantasizing about conquering Latin America, and then he did what any of us would do in that situation. First, he asked the Mexican government if he could just set up a colony inside their country.
No, ¿de qué diablos estás hablando?
And they said no. Then he just straight up invaded Mexico with 45 guys. And again, as a point of reference, 45 is less than the number of people who liked this 30-second gem of a video. So, if any of you ever want to invade a country, let me know. And with those 45 guys, he took the capital of Baja California and declared himself the president of the new Republic of Sonora. Now, his short-lived republic would come to an end when the Mexican government, yeah, those guys, forced him to retreat because apparently you can't conquer Mexico with 45 guys. Walker was then put on trial in California for trying to start an illegal war, and it took the jury only 8 minutes to acquit him of all charges. Because honestly, who cares if he invaded Mexico, let's be real. Never the type of man to quit, our hero Walker decided, you know what? I'm gonna do that again. Never give up! So, naturally the guy pulled up in Nicaragua with 60 dudes to seize power during a civil war. And surprisingly, he actually managed to take control of the country during a power vacuum. And, of course, in his great American wisdom, he decided that slavery was awesome and it should be legalized across the country and everybody should speak English. Well, long story made short, Walker wasn't exactly viewed positively in the region, and as you saw in the intro, he took what we historians call a fat L when he went to war with Costa Rica, and from there, well, they took care of him. But what if it didn't go that way? That's right, boys and girls. We are entering the Confederate copium dimension, so make sure you're suited up and ready to go. You know, originally I was thinking about using this boring, realistic scenario I came up with, but it's kind of lame. You see, in this timeline, William Walker's great expedition into Nicaragua is successful, okay? He receives tons of volunteer forces from the south. Nicaragua merely serves as a launching pad for the Knights of the Golden Circle. After receiving more support from the southern state governments, they launch more expeditions into Latin America. 5 or none is the manifesto of these invasions. All of the Central American provinces must fall to the Golden Circle. Seeing this, the vile Yankees declare the War of Northern Aggression much earlier than in our timeline because they fear the rise of Southern power. See, in this timeline, the great tyrant Lincoln, he's just not elected. So Robert E. Lee marches north against President Fremont, and he destroys him in a string of victories using his white boy swagger. The Union is forced to agree to a negotiated peace. This negotiated peace causes the collapse of the Union entirely as the whole rotten structure comes caving down. In this timeline, many other men would follow in William's footsteps, invading all over the world and establishing colonies, including on the moon. This all leaves the Great Golden Circle to become a military powerhouse, and as the 21st century approaches, they easily become the one world hegemon after absorbing all of the other southern empires. Look, it's kind of hard to explain, okay, but look, this is what the map looks like, okay, that's what matters. Havana would become the great capital of a new southern-facing civilization, one built in defiance of the plague of emancipation and communist government overreach. Okay, that's it. That's the video, guys. We're all done here.
Body lies a mouldering in the grave. John Brown's body lies a mouldering in the grave.